Hello and welcome to our Lakes, Lochs and Highlands Scottish trip. We are really excited to be hitting the road for 2 weeks, and we're even more excited to take you along with us. Now, James is the travel agent amongst us, so I thought he could tell us exactly where we're going because I'm bound to get it wrong.
Well, we're going to see some friends in Moffat, so we're going to stop off there for a night en route up. Then we've got 2 nights in the Trossachs, in a place called Cobberlands, which is a camping in the forest site. From there we're going up to Glenfinnan. It's a campsite called Loch Linney Holidays, which is on a sea loch, not far from Glenfinnan Viaduct, so we can go see the Jacobite Express, which everyone hopefully knows. It's the Harry Potter Express. From there we're going to be going up to Loch Ness, staying in a campsite about 10 minutes away from Urquhart Castle, and then from there we're going over to the Cairngorms, staying in Braemar, just outside Braemar, walking distance, for a few nights there. From there we're going down to Edinburgh for 3 nights, staying just outside Edinburgh. It's about 4 miles out, and then from there we've got a couple of pub stopovers on the way back down to the south coast. So all in all, about 2 weeks going to take us all.
Yeah, and we're going to be doing reviews of all the campsites we stay. Probably not the first one, which is just an overnight in Stafford, but all the other campsites we'll be doing separate video reviews of each campsite so that you can see whether it's a place that you would like to stay. We're staying in quite a range of campsites, from big camping and caravan club sites to in the forest sites to small CLs, so quite a range, and we'll see what we like the most. And we'll also share with you the things that we discover in the local area as well, and you can see our adventures as well as Oscar's, who's fast asleep in the van. So let's get going. We're heading up to Stafford now, and we are overnighting in Stafford because that's about 250 miles. It's about a halfway point, and then heading on to Moffat, which is in the very southern part of Scotland. And as James said, we're visiting an old friend of ours for the night there before we head on up. So really looking forward to the trip, and we're really looking forward to taking you along with us. Hi, we're James and Rob, and this is our dog Oscar. It's a really steep learning curve when you start your motorhome, campervan or caravan journey, and there is lots that we wish we had known. So we decided to document what we have learned and share with you our adventures as we head out on the road again. So good morning everybody. We set off about 9 o'clock this morning. We went over to the van, loaded everything up, didn't unpack but just put the food in the fridge and all our clothes on the bed, which we'll sort out later on. And now we are on our way to Stafford. And as you'll see, this is going to turn out to be a long journey today. So come along with us and enjoy the ride, and we'll see you when we get to our first overnight campsite. Okay, so we've been driving for a couple of hours now and not making great progress, as is par for the course when you live on the south coast and you have to go around the M25. So you can see that so far we've been driving for 2.5 hours. We've averaged 31 miles per hour and we have done 79 miles. Hopefully now we are on the M40, things will get a bit better and we will make a bit more headway as we heading up to Stafford, which is our overnight stop before heading up to Moffat tomorrow morning. I don't know about you guys, but we tend to use a number of different sat navs while we're driving. So right now we've got, what's the name of your sat nav app? Road Lords app, and I've also got my Co-Pilot app running as well. And of course, when you have two sat navs running, they give you different advice on different routes, but hopefully between them we will get there. So we will catch up with you when we arrive in Stafford. We have just finally arrived at our CL campsite for the night, and you can see, because I've got the sun in my eyes, it's actually a lovely evening. I'm not going to do a review of this site because it's just a stopover point. It is pretty, but it's in Staffordshire and it's on a farm, and it's pretty basic, but as you can see, it's, you know, it's sort of nice, a nice view. And Oscar's happy because he's just had his dinner, and James is happy because he's having a Coke, and I'm finishing my rather warm can of rhubarb. But it was a bit of a crazy journey today. So we left at 10. Satnav said it would take us 3.5 hours. And what time did we get here? 5:30? No, about 5. So yeah, so it's taken us 7 hours. And we know it's going to take longer than a typical car journey, but loads of accidents on the motorway. And then to top it all, the very last 3 miles was roads closed, and so we had to do some hairy manoeuvres in very tight high street corners. But anyway, we got here, we've set up, we've connected our electricity so we can get the fridge cool. We have filled half a tank of water, so we've got enough water for tonight, and showers in the morning. And then we're just going to be having a relaxing evening tonight, enjoying the sunshine while it's still here. And then we will be heading off early tomorrow morning to head towards Dumfries and Moffat to see our friend Donald and spend the night at one of the club sites, yeah,
in Moffat.
And then we're heading, where are we going from there, James?
We're going to the Trossachs. It's one of the camping in the forest Cobblelands, yeah. And then we're heading towards Loch Lomond and Loch Ness. We're going to Glenfinnian first.
Glenfinnian, Loch Lomond, Loch Ness, and then we're ending up in Edinburgh, and we're here for about 2.
We're also going to Cairngorms, Braemar.
Yeah.
And then Edinburgh.
Yeah, so you can tell who does all the organisation. And we're here for 2 weeks, and we want to take you along on the journey with us to share the highs and hopefully not too many of the lows. And we will be doing a review of some of the key sites that we stay at, and obviously sharing with you some of the hopefully beautiful views that we see. The weather forecast for the next couple of days isn't great, but the second week we're here, the weather's supposed to be improving. So let's keep our fingers crossed that we get some decent weather, and we can get our bikes down, and we can go on some cycle rides and explore the area as well. So we will see you later on. We are heading out for an evening walk after our long day of driving, and it's actually really pretty here. Let's catch up with, in the forest with the sun peeking through. And Oscar's having lots of sniffs and peas, as dogs do.
There's a walkway through the forest.
Mm-hmm. Looks nice. But we're just going to follow the sun over there because that looks really pretty, doesn't it?
Yeah. Very nice.
This is the driveway that we drove up to get into the CL this evening. Saw lots of sheep, which you can see on the right. So actually, considering this is right off the motorway and very close to the town centre of Stafford, it's actually really, really pretty. And you can hear a little bit of the road noise, but actually I think it's going to be pretty quiet, and is a really great stopping off point for the halfway point for us heading towards Scotland. There's even a wind turbine over there, and a rather large sheep having a munch on his dinner. I just switched light because it's a bit windy, so hopefully this is going to be better, but it is a beautiful evening and it is very picturesque. And
don't do that house.
This is a rather beautiful house on the other side. I'm just getting a shot of you, James, looking beautiful. I'm not, I didn't, don't worry. James is here to make sure that I
don't break the law.
Don't go astray. Isn't that right, James?
And as you're doing that, you're trying to take a picture of the house.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not. I'm taking a picture of you.
Uh-huh.
We're heading up towards the road and we're going to have a look at the sheep. Then we're going to turn back and make some delightful food. And probably drink some gin as well, since we bought a new bottle thinking we didn't have any, and then we found a half-used bottle in the van as well, so that's great. Always better that way than not having enough. What would you like to say?
Nothing. Let's go back. Go back to the grey clouds.
Okay.
Sunshine.
Look, I'm just getting a quick view of the house.
No bother.
Right, we'll see you back at the van. Good morning. It is day 2 of our trip and it is early in the morning and it's absolutely beautiful outside at the moment, so I thought I would bring you along and show you what a lovely early Saturday morning about 7:30 looks like. See how peaceful it is. And also, you can see that there are not many other people here. But meanwhile, Oscar is desperate for a wee. Say hello, Oscar. So nice to wake up to hearing the birds singing. Actually, Oscar was super annoying this morning and pestering us really early. So today we are driving to Moffat and we have about a 4-hour drive from here. Hopefully will be an easier drive than yesterday and hopefully a prettier drive as well, I think, once we get past Manchester. So we are going to make some coffee and get ourselves ready to leave, and we'll be back with you later on. Okay, we are pretty much ready to go. So we have unplugged the electric, we've emptied our grey water, we have turned the gas off, we've locked all the lockers, stored everything away, Oscar's on board, and most importantly we have our coffee, so we'll stay awake. Today's journey is a bit longer than yesterday, but I'm hoping that the traffic will be much kinder to us and we'll be there in 3 or 4 hours. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching our first video. This is a new camera, so we're still getting used to it, so we know that the videoing is going to get better over time and we hope you stick with us. But please make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss an episode every Sunday. Of course, if you've got a comment about anything that you any tips you've got for us, any comments about the things that we do, we would love to hear from you. And other than that, we will see you next Sunday for the next episode of On the Road Again.